Hey everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we have two heroes to look at on the test server that should be coming soon to global. We have Nerissa, the Song of the Siren, and Cassiel, the Blade of Justice. Alright, and just to be clear, I am on the test server, not the Forerunner server or global yet. These heroes have not come out as of this recording. We can assume that they are coming soon. Cassiel here is an Arbiter and Northerner, so maybe he is on the next banner that we'll get with the Ancient Summoning events, so I would expect that, given that they are encouraging us to show him. So let's take a look at Cassiel first. And just to note, I will put some links in the description and pinned comment of other content creators showcasing any of these heroes if they've already done testing on the test server. We only found out about these being added like a week or a day ago. So there might not be much, but I know Fastidious did one on the other character, so I will add that link. I would like to provide myself as a resource to read through everything, give you guys the information, react a little bit, but also help you find more sources of examples of these characters being used as someone who does not have the time to intensely test like that myself. So, Cassiel, Blade of Justice, he's a fighter doing normal damage for Arbiter and Northerners. Great to see already. We know we have a Jira, but it's nice to have another one, right? Sorry, my LD player is very glitchy. It's running like weird lately. It's been doing that for a while. I've got to see if I can get BlueStacks working again. Okay, so a merciless Blade of Justice who empowers his ultimate with divine sigils, shattering defenses to deliver verdicts while protecting allies. Single target attack, team protection, and hard control. He does have that other fighter range where he could have a defender plopped in front of him, so that is good to see. All right, let's see here his stats. So it doesn't look like his promotion extends his range, so he can't be super far away. Like for some of those great gear raid teams where you don't want the fighter right next to the tank, makes them pretty vulnerable. But if he has protection in his kit, maybe he can help stay alive and still be good utility to control as well. So this is 6,400 base attack here. Cost is 19. Block of 2, of course. Attack interval, sorry, is 2.6 seconds. Okay. And our talent, let's go. It gains 1 stack of Divine Sigil every 60 seconds. For each ally in the ultimate range, increases Divine Sigil's natural gain by 30%, up to a maximum of 3 allies. Every time the hero or any ally affected by Fortified Blessing takes damage, reduces the time remaining until gaining the next stack of Divine Sigil by 5 seconds. Divine Sigil consumes 1 stack to increase damage from the ultimate by 20% for 20 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So 60% damage boost for the ultimate as is. Okay. Physical attack, basic attack is just a base attack one enemy, 1 time. Simple, simple. All right, let's see this ultimate. Hollow Blade. Deals 400% damage that ignores defense to 1 enemy in range and inflicts stun on them. After casting the ultimate, if there are enemies in the range, consumes 1 stack of Divine Sigil and restores 50% rage. When 3 allied heroes are adjacent to the hero, the ultimate is upgraded to Divine Retribution. So the stun lasts for 1 second. And this Divine Sigil goes to Divine Retribution if 3 allied units are in range. And look at his range changes to like a lust range. So keep that in mind when you're placing people. You want to make sure there's always 3 heroes adjacent to him because this is crazy. So it deals 400% damage that ignores defense to 1 enemy in range, then shortly after deals 200% physical damage of the same type that ignores defense to 1 enemy with the lowest HP percentage in range. Each instance of damage inflicts a stun for 1 second. After casting the ultimate, if there are enemies in range, consumes 1 divine sigil and restores 50% rage. Wait, isn't that just what this says? Oh no, because it's the ultimate, but then adding the physical damage bonus there. So that's gonna help just take out someone that is, yeah, about to die, hopefully. He'll be like the finishing move with his ultimate. You'll have others go before him and then make sure he goes after a couple seconds after, you know, at least ideally. So this does go up to add another 300 per first instance of ultimate damage. First instance, so early on big damage. Oh. Adds another 300% damage. Then follow-up damage of Divine Retribution is plus 150%. But this is only a bonus for Divine Retribution, so this goes up to 550% damage that ignores defense. But if you're just using it without it switching to Divine Retribution, you don't get any other additional damage bonuses besides the first instance of bonus. So that's really important to keep in mind. He's going to be strong right out of the gate, not someone that takes a lot of time to build up and do more damage. Kind of the opposite, right? And skill cost minus 100 with the other skill up. Okay, his passive. After casting the ultimate, increases rage restored from consuming a divine sigil by 30%. The follow-up attack of Divine Retribution additionally inflicts damage reduction. Ooh. Okay, damage minus 20%. Takes effect only when it's the stronger one. It's an 8-second damage reduction. That's nice to see. Inflicted amount of... So, the inflicted damage reduction effect goes down minus... or up 10%. So this is 30% damage reduction with the full skills. And then, yeah. Effect duration is extended, and an extra rage restore percentage goes up to 50% rage restored after casting the ultimate there as well. So his passive adds a 50% rage restore, and then so does the moment you use the ultimate, adds a 50% rage restore. So he restores 100% rage between the passive and the ultimate. That's a little bit confusing because it says after casting the ultimate, increases rage restored by 30%. Yeah, so it'll go up to 100% rage restored when he casts his ultimate, when he's fully skilled. Right, and a Fortified Blessing passive here shares 35% of damage taken by the ally 1 tile ahead. The hero gains physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction. So let's see the percents there, 10%, 10. And the shared, okay, the shared damage percentage goes up by 15%, so 50%, and the damage reduction up 10%, so 20% for both of those. That's cool. At least he gains. Okay. I like it. And then, of course, increased damage in the arena by 15%. So that is his arena bonus like they all have. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this. Obviously, arbiters are intended for PvP content like arena, probably Guild Wars at time as well. But I'm wondering, where is he going to excel? Maybe this stun, if it's consistent enough. We know we need those in some boss fights too. So what comes to mind for you as far as where you'd want to use this hero? Let me know in the comments below. Really interesting. I'm very curious. There's a lot of help here with like this damage reduction, survivability. I'm sure he's going to be great against bosses for sure. Okay, let's go into our Awakenings. When deployed, gains 3 stacks of Divine Sigil. When no enemies are within ultimate range, restores 20 extra rage per second. Interesting. Okay. When no enemies are within ultimate range. So obviously this would not be a boss killer thing because he's always going to be within range of the boss. So this type of thing is going to be more effective in the moments of arena or guild war when you're sitting back waiting for that next wave to come and you're just chilling. He's going to be coming back to his ultimate faster. So that is definitely something to consider for him, or if you end up using him in other PvE content. Okay, Awaken 2 is attack plus 30 or 300. Awaken 3, when Divine Retribution is activated, increases single target damage dealt by the hero by 25%. Big ol' nice damage boost. I like it. That's awesome. Awaken 4, penetration plus 8%. And Awaken 5, when Divine Retribution is cast, an additional shield equal to 25% of HP. Or he gains an additional shield for 10 seconds up to stacks up to 100%. So he can gain a massive shield for the sake of his own survivability. That's really cool. So that would allow you to build him, even though he is, so that, okay, this is gonna unlock his survivability when it comes to things like Guild War, and where he's placed directly behind a tank and you're worried about him surviving. That would definitely help him to do so. Okay, and we do have a lore, of course, but I'm gonna save this for a YouTube short and try to release it around the time whenever he's out. I really need to catch up on my YouTube shorts, apparently. But let's move on to the other hero. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Cassiel? So now we have a support hero who looks amazing as well. I've already heard amazing things about her too. She's an esotericist, so we know she's going to synergize great with our current new heroes that we just got a free epic lord for, and of course our new poison legendary lord. So Song of Siren Nerissa, healer in magic for the damage side of things, if that is the case, if she does any damage. I don't know. Nerissa wields the tides with her, haunting black swan elegy, twisting healing into destruction. As she guides allies through treacherous waters, her voice weaves an endless siren song. So she is another one with an amazing look. She's got this crazy, I didn't really look at the other guy. It's fine, you saw him. Simple enough. She's creepy though. An amazing, creepy, super cool dark fantasy way. We like creepy. Look at the hands. They're amazing. So good. This is so good. So weird. The darker the better, I think, for our audience. We like that dark fantasy. That's why I know a lot of you guys don't like those anime Eastern games that are too cartoony to some. They want to see this. They want to see things get dark and weird. And she definitely is bringing that. So look at her range. It's an amazing range, that big old wide range, and extending far out as well. Awesome to see. She's got a single target heal, ally buff, and team protection. Let's check this details here. So I'm guessing she's an attack-based healer. A 4600 base attack. Cost is 18. Attack interval 3 seconds. Okay. Her range is the same when fully maxed out. But let's dive in here. Okay, applies Abyssal Favor to one allied hero with the highest attack and range. Each single target, well, let's see what that does. Its bearer gains 20% inspiration from Nerissa. When taking damage, recovers 5% HP, grants Nerissa 1 point of black pearls. This effect can trigger up to 1 time within 2 seconds. Each trigger increases Abyssal's Favor HP regen effect by 10%, up to a 100% increase. Okay, inspiration. We got another inspiration hero added to the mix. We like to see that. And then each single target heal grants 1 point of black pearls. Additionally, heals 1 allied unit in range. Every 4 points of black pearls collected forms 1 point of atrophy. I guess we'll see what that means here soon. So her basic attack applies 80% up to 100% attack-based healing to 1 allied unit in range. Ultimate? Okay, here's the atrophy. So Black Swan Algae, this is really cool. Her ultimate looks amazing. Look at that crazy animation. Yes, I love it. She's so cool looking. Okay, when casting the ultimate, consumes all atrophy and dispels debuffs from allies within the hero's basic attack range, which is the same. Okay. Just double checked. And within 1 tile around abyssal favor. Oh, so if she's granting one person abyssal favor that is on the outside edge and there's more heroes that are outside of her range, it's going to extend that range of atrophy. Or, well, just extend the range of the dispel of debuffs. So atrophy, the ultimate can only be cast with above 4 points. The atrophy caps at 12 points. When exceeding 4 points, each point of atrophy increases the ultimate duration by 1 seconds. So that's what these black pearls are at. Every 4 points of black pearls, she gains 1 point of atrophy. And she gains every single target heal, she grants 1 point of black pearls. So attack speed is going to be super important on this hero, for sure. Super complicated. She's a math character. She's like, in order for this to happen, you need 4 of these. In order for this to happen, you need 4 of these. It's fine. All right, when the ultimate is activated. Oh wait, abyssal favor. Okay, that's the thingy we read. Right? That's the same as, where are we? Here, at the beginning. Applies abyssal favor to 1 allied unit with the highest attack and range. So yeah, this is very strategic in the way you can place. Because this abyssal favor is going to the highest attack in range, you could put the person with the highest attack in range outside, like inside the very edge of her range, and then someone else or others could be, right next to them on the outside of her range, but because of the abyssal favor and this whole ultimate boost, they'll still get the spell of debuffs. That's awesome. So that's very strategic on where you place your highest attack unit if you're doing some boss type content. This is already sounding really cool for all the big new boss fights. I think they're kind of focusing that lately anyway, which makes sense because that's the hard content, right? Abyss, and if people are still looking for teams for their best Titanic ruins, makes sense. All right, the end here. Let me read this. When the ultimate is activated, each basic attack now deals 10% magic damage 30 times to the enemy with the lowest HP and range. Increases damage by 20% and the enemies with shields. Okay. To enemies with shields. The ultimate lasts for 12 seconds. Cannot gain black pearls during the ultimate. Wow, 30 attacks. So any place you need those crazy stacks, like there's a lot of Immortal Codex stuff where you need to tick the bosses down, like sticks where you hit them many times. So she's going to deal damage. It's not like you see with this. When the ultimate's activated, each basic attack now deals damage 30 times to the enemy. So she's healing, and then she's doing magic damage to the enemy 30 times. That is amazing support for just anything with a shield. She's got bonus damage to enemies with shield. That's crazy. I really like to see these hybrid characters like Artemis that have great heal and support, but also some damage. It's just really cool. I'm just like want to reread this 100 times. But all right, we could increase the damage dealt to shielded enemies by 40%, so up to 60% damage increase to enemies with shields. She could help take out the shield. That's awesome. And then a damage increase overall of plus 5%. Whew. She's got a really cool kit. Siren Song reduces AoE damage taken by 20% for all allies in the hero's basic attack range within 1 tile of Abyss's favor. So again, reduced AoE damage taken. This is like Pharisee. I assume it's the same debuff or the same buff as Pharisee, so that probably does not stack. I'm guessing we can answer that more clearly soon, or if people might have already answered that more clearly soon. But my God, like, that is, again, a dispel of debuffs and AoE damage reduction within her entire huge attack range, plus another tile around whoever is getting that abyssal favor. So she really has at least another couple tiles added to her attack range, depending on how you place people. Very, very good for composition and strategy. I really love what she can unlock. That is awesome. I love the sound of her. When HP drops below 100%, they immediately receive healing equal to 30% multiplier. Each target can trigger this effect up to 1 time every 7 seconds. So that goes down every 5 seconds, and healing multiplier up 20 more %. All right, and the other passive, Dark Onslaught, every 4 points of atrophy increases the hero's attack by 5% and reduces all damage taken by 4%. When atrophy reaches 4 points or more, allies within the hero's basic attack range and one tile of the Abyssal Favor Bearer gains increased healing received. Okay. All effects reset when the ultimate ends. So healing boost and damage mitigation and inspiration, right? Was it just the one person gets inspiration though? So she's not an inspiration hero. Only one person gets inspiration. Okay. But the cleanse, oh my goodness. I love it. I think she's probably going to be... Is she just a better version of Pharisee? Which Pharisee has been the king of boss content and necessary for content. So if she's just a better version of Pharisee, wow. Absolutely a top 1, 2, 3 at worst support hero in the game, right? And she does damage. No big deal. Okay, let's go into our awakenings, and I'll try to speed through this here a little bit faster. Awaken 1 and increases AoE damage reduction from Siren's Song by 10%. Damn. And expands Abyssal Favor range to adjacent 2 tiles. That's amazing. 2 tiles. She's gonna, the range of her is just, why doesn't she just heal and cleanse and AoE damage reduction the whole damn board? Okay? That's amazing. Awaken 1 is huge for survivability and extending that special buffs, all of those support abilities even further. That's nuts. Awaken 2 attack plus 300. When allies are healed by Siren's Song, they gain shield equal to 40% of their max HP for 5 seconds. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 15 seconds. Awesome. Gaining a shield as well. So much help for survivability. Penetration plus 8% with her Awaken 4. And Awaken 5, every 4 points of atrophy increases the hero's healing multiplier by 5%. This effect lasts until the ultimate ends. Additionally, Siren's Song now applies Abyssal Favor to 1 additional ally unit. Holy moly. You can extend her range crazy on both sides. She could be a bonus inspiration to 2 heroes. And holy survivability. She is so cool. And I'm definitely curious about her lore, which again, I will have to read in another video. But goddamn, sounds like a new absolute top hero. Not even just top support hero, just top hero in the game. Oh, they're killing us. We just want everybody. I mean, that's the goal. A game is putting out genuinely good, interesting heroes. I mean, you don't want them to be putting out boring heroes that you just want to skip every week, right? So at least we're certainly getting options. My God, to be a new player coming into this game with such amazing, interesting heroes that could be pulled so early on and be so game-changing. I absolutely love what they've been doing with new heroes. They're just so, so cool. All right, well, that was a really cool look at some amazing new heroes. What do you think of them? I think I wish I was a millionaire so I could just buy them all. Summoning wise, right? That's what I think. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Again, I will link some videos from content creators if I can find some ones that actually show some testing in the comments and the description as well. And I will see you in the next video.